New Year.
Good evening, everybody. So this is set up. This is set up so that we read this first.
Okay.
And then run it through, and then here.
Is it the same?
Yeah.
Okay, just
And here's this time for reflection, meditation. Okay. I think we can get started. This is kind of something that has been done at this temple, I don't know how many years. And we have some old friends who are here with us tonight, which makes it really, really very nice. And we're glad that we're at a different place in terms of COVID that kind of broke into us being able to do this in person for a few years. So we're really glad you're here. People may come in while we're practicing. It's kind of a blend of, we're blessed here. There is a path to enlightenment that actually results in enlightenment. Kempe's the expert, and so he can talk about that when he wants to, if he wants to. But this is how it works actually in the practices that we do, how we use our minds, what we use our minds for. So we will have some traditional Tibetan to keep that tradition going at this temple. We'll chant in the Tibetan, that if you don't read Tibetan, there's a phonetic line that we use. I don't read Tibetan, so I use that. And we'll do some things in English as well. So it'll be kind of a blend, which is what we do on New Year's Eve at this temple. So there'll be time for reflection, time for contemplation, for setting intentions, maybe reviewing things or setting intentions for the next year. And during that time, we'll dim the lights in the room, but not so dark that you can't see how to get around. And if you'd like to light a candle and put it on the tray, you can do that during that time, symbolizing whatever that would have in terms of meaning for you. We'll dedicate all those candles together before we finish this practice. We'll make a group offering of that light, as well as your individual offerings. And so if you have any questions, grab one of us and we'll do what we can to help you. Are there any questions before we start? Who's back here? Nice. Okay. Anything you want to say before we start? Okay. We can start. Okay. So this practice today, we're going to start just with a vow. It's on page 4, and this was written by Jetsama. How long ago, I think? 40 years, 80s. Maybe. Yeah.
Late 80s.
Yeah. About 40 years ago.
Wait a minute, I think there's a date on it.
38 years ago. So let's read this together. Let's go to the caretaker verse. We, the caretakers of the earth,
dedicate ourselves to the liberation and salvation of all sentient beings. We vow to work for the liberation of planet Earth from the clutches of suffering, poverty, famine, and death. We vow to return in whatever form necessary, under whatever necessary conditions, so that all
earth creatures can be liberated from the ravages of cyclic existence. We vow to work for world peace. We vow to work for the raising of all the nations of earth into a state of union and ultimately into the blessed state of supreme wisdom, the wisdom that is beyond all description. We vow to work toward the great universal quickening of mind and heart, leading all beings to a state of clarity, a state in which Chenrezig, the Buddha of compassion, is enthroned within all hearts and within the planetary heart. We vow to offer as food and drink to all sentient beings the clear, sweet Dharma, so that they may feast and be satisfied at last. We offer our bodies, our speech, and our minds to be filled like bowls with Dharma, that in our joy we will spill over into the waiting hearts of all our brethren. May their sufferings cease forever. To all the blessed Tathagatas, to all the root Dhammas, to all the Sangha, to all the caretakers, grant us the strength to continue, the clarity to overcome self-cherishing, the determination to return forever until we are the last, and finally the grace to find our way home. May the Dharma take root in the West, on the earth, and in the hearts of all sentient beings. So be it.
Om Namaste Nandana Jina Dube Tashi Chakya Jana Shabaye Sangye Chidange Damba Beso Kula Chasa Desha Tashi Shu Drame Japo Satan Jatutam Jambe Gempa Gedra Padamba Kula Gempa Getre Drapati Lupa Tapa Sadra Padani Senten Damche Lakran Japepa Yesen Sepa Sera Japate Sensam Jape Kashi Pepewa Dewa Shepa Gela Chasalo Jampa Shanu Paden Dojese Chenrezig Wang Jampo Japepa Saying in book and panam parsa, Namking in book for Chokutuzon, Upato Jepekado Shino, Nobuda Warajin in Mayu, Chasen Lanam Tashi Bagicho, Chomchus and Bakela Chasano, Rinjin Dojo, Tashi Segina. Dejan Bazan Yerong Kamala, Negra Duntam Vasa Papeu, Menam Yapse Wangya Kolote, Rinchin Dasho Kiki Chaksenche, Chadu Gyawa Chomche Kekema, Getso Nowo Trembe Katewe, Tashin Onmo Jela Chaksalo, Sampa Jimpo Dejan Semebu, Medan Dedan Yapo Yakosu, Bage Buddha Lewa Mizam, Nanda Setala Se Kolona, 追修了当当当的界限，为我而地就在开撒些，撒色内所给雷达西格，今天给我给了这三路，大家当地就我送巴拉，给他对我随我共进内，给他把把送到有心度。大西给来不走色派修，大家当地就我送巴拉，给他对我随我共进内，能当把把送到有心度。大西给来不走色派修，大家当地就我送巴拉，给他对我随我共进内。当当把把送到有心度，大西得来不走色派修。
Page 12.
Riya no gi ga be dong bo la, oden yogi nu jan sa, dana koshe solindu. Pema gesa non vola, yasen chogi no drune, pema jone kesura, odu kando
Repeat this 2 more times.
Namo Konjo Sundam Sewasu Kane Namla Kyapsuchi Jokun Sange Laguchi Chanju Chaktu Senge Do Namo Konjo Sundam Sewasu Kane Namla Kyapsuchi Jokun Sange Laguchi Chanju Chaktu Senge Do Okata Lune Tupaye Namsaka We Shipeke Manga Gyase Lamoche Zame Gyoshe Puzao
So, it might be helpful if we go back to 19 and read the English of what we just chanted, so you have a good visualization for accumulating the mantra of Om Mani Devari. Upon the lotus flower which springs forth from within water, self-nature appears as generosity, white in color. In the space in front, upon the lotus and moon seat, is the protector Amitabha, red in color, with one face and two hands in the mudra of a meditative echologist, holding a begging bowl and wearing the robes of ordination, seated in the full lotus posture. To his right is Jigten Wancho, white in color, with one face, 4 arms, the first 2 hands pressed together, and the second right and the left hands holding a mala and a lotus respectively, standing upon a lotus and moon seat. To the left is Vajrapani, Tupchen To, with one face, 2 arms, blue in color, holding a vajra and bell in the right hand and left hands, standing upon a lotus and moon seat, surrounded by a boundless retinue of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, hearers and arhats. The 3 principal deities, 3 places are marked with the 3 syllables from which light rays radiate, to signal the invocation in the realm of great bliss. Then going down to home. In the realm of great bliss, the Dharma wheel turns and constantly looks upon all sentient beings with loving kindness and compassion, granting protection to beings as we bow out. To Buddha Amitabha, who remains in the composure of equality, I prostrate and render praise. From the bodies of the assembled deities, light rays radiate into the western direction of Devachan, where Amitabha remains. Body manifestations, mantra syllables, and mudras, countless in number, like pouring rain, descend and dissolve into oneself. Om Ami Dewa. Om Ami Dewa. So we will take this time to just right before midnight, so maybe 20, 25 minutes or so. And we can do this mantra, you can do your own contemplation, meditation as well. You can light some candles if you'd like to do that to accompany your intentions. And then I will, at midnight, right before midnight, I'll use the singing bowl 3 times. And then the next thing we'll do together is, I'm getting ahead of myself. So we'll accumulate the mantra. We actually are going to chant a little bit more before we have the time of contemplation. And then before midnight, I'll do this, and then we will do our vows starting at midnight. So let's take about 5 minutes, and we'll concentrate on this mantra, Om Ami Devari. And then there's a little bit more chanting to be done. Sorry about that. Om Ami Devari. Om Ami Devari. Om Ami Devari.
Dewari.
Okay, then page 24. And this chant on 24 we do 3 times.
Om Ami Deva Ri. Om Ami Deva Ri. Om Ami Deva Ri. Gopa Mena Chazalo Necha Deva Chendu Eva Chod Om Ami Deva Ri. Om Ami Deva Ri. Om Ami Deva Ri. Namo Bhavena Chazalo Necho Deva Chendu Eva Chod Om Ami Deva Ri. Om Ami Deva Ri. Om Ami Deva Ri. Gamba Bhavena Chazalo Necho Deva Chendu Eva Chod.
So we'll have a time of contemplation and silence. Okay.
I take refuge in the Lama. I take refuge in the Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. I take refuge in the Sangha. I take refuge in the Lama. I take refuge in the Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. I take refuge in the Sangha. I take refuge in the Lama. I take refuge in the Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. I take refuge in the Sangha. I dedicate myself to the liberation and salvation of all sentient beings. I offer my body, speech, and mind in order to accomplish the purpose of all sentient beings. I will return in whatever form necessary, under extraordinary circumstances, to end suffering. Let me be born in times unpredictable, in places unknown, until all sentient beings are liberated from the cycle of death and rebirth. Taking no thought for my comfort or safety, precious Lama, make of me a pure and perfect instrument by which the end of suffering and death in all forms might be realized. Let me achieve perfect enlightenment for the sake of all beings, and then by my hand and heart alone, may all beings achieve full enlightenment and perfect liberation. I dedicate myself to the liberation and salvation of all sentient beings. I offer my body, speech, and mind in order to accomplish the purpose of all sentient beings. I will return in whatever form necessary, under extraordinary circumstances, to end suffering. Let me be born in times unpredictable, in places unknown, until all sentient beings are liberated from the cycle of death and rebirth. Taking no thought for my comfort or safety, precious Lama, make of me a pure and perfect instrument by which the end of suffering and death in all forms might be realized. Let me achieve perfect enlightenment for the sake of all beings, and then by my hand and heart alone, may all beings achieve full enlightenment and perfect liberation. I dedicate myself to the liberation and salvation of all sentient beings. I offer my body, speech, and mind in order to accomplish the purpose of all sentient beings. I will return in whatever form necessary, under extraordinary circumstances, to end suffering. Let me be born in times unpredictable, in places unknown, until all sentient beings are liberated from the cycle of death and rebirth. Taking no thought for my comfort or safety, precious Lama, make of me a pure and perfect instrument by which the end of suffering and death in all forms might be realized. Let me achieve perfect enlightenment for the sake of all beings, and then by my hand and heart alone, may all beings achieve full enlightenment and perfect liberation.
Generally practice.
Rame tuje chembani karpa shache pa taja tenwa pema se kyutru lana dagye pema dewa denla shu mani peme laye jeten chuka chachi tajana piwa pema dewete Kyamo Drugi Shupasa Om Soha Lame Jiten Wanjuja Shashi Tajana Gesa Pema Dewete Kyamo Drugi Shupasa Om Soha Lame Jiten Wanjuja Shashi Tajana Drengwa pema dewete, tumo tugi shupasa, om ne soha, druju jeten wantudu, shashi tajada, bote pema dewete, tumo tugi shupasa, om ne soha, yida jeten wantudu, Shashi tajana, Drubu pema dewete, Kyumo tungi shupasa, Ome soha, Nawa jiten wanjuna, Shashi tajana, Mechu pema chagnese, Kimmo Trungi Shupa Samon Kunzoha Treta Tuje Chimpo Dugi Sowo Tuka Dewa Nenriye Nege Drugi Korwa Ko Dugi Tuka Omso Dutu Re Yanre Dugi Korwa Oma Umri Oma Ni Peme Tuje Chimbo Shi Nanshin Gawa Gawa Tabusu Nanshin Dapa Shinzen Nepana Tada Randro Dapa Rajechi Tuje Chimbo Shungla Shaksatu Om Mahunri Om Mani Peme Udri Bangda Nime Tuje Chimbo Tongshin Yangwa Chuta Taduso Rashi Tongpa Gatsa Chimpunga Nanjan Randra Dapa Rajegu Tuje Chimpo Kula Shaksatu Om Mahunri Om Mani Peme Udri Tata Jame Tuje Chimpo Sum Tongshin Dapa Dache Taduso Rashin Dopa Chotu Mepena Tato Randra Dapa Rajesu Tuje Chimbo Sula Shaksatu Om Mahunri Om Mani Peme Udri Tata Zene Tuje Chimbo Tongshin Sawa Jaksun Tabu Swa Shashi Tongpa Namka Tebanga Sata Randra Dapa Rajentu Tuje Chimbo Tukla Chaksatu Om Mahunri Om Mani Peme Udri Chakse Shashi Tuje Chimbo Shing Awa Longo Tuje Chimbo Ku Sata Gyagya Yige Dapadra Dada Ranje Nasa Chope Se Teto Ranja Tapa Rajeno Naje Tuje Chimbo La Chasadu Om Mahunri Om Mani Peme Gawe de yin du da chen se wan ju ju ni ju wa chi ka ma lu de yi sa la go pa shu.
Now we'll chant this 38 one time.
Om Benza Sato Samaya Manupalaya Benza Sato Dinoba Trishantigo Megowa Sudakaya Megowa Adorata Megowa Subakaya Megowa Sarva Siddhi Mepriyasa Sarvakama Sutta Me Siddham Shriyam Kuro Hom Aha Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tata Gata Kridaya Benza Mamemuza Benza Bhavama Samaya Sato Olama Gugam Zamwa Sowade, Jodu Gusere Mar Sowade, Trinle Darshin Yepa Sowade, Lama Dangrewa Mepa Jinji.
So on page 40, there's a prayer that we're going to read in English, Kel, if that's okay. It's a prayer that we've had for quite a while, but so it'll be self-evident, I think. Homage to the Guru and his three jewels, guide of the realms in the positive aeon, crown of the Shakyas, the second Buddha, Odayana, lake-born Lord, supreme and noble Chenrezig, Manjushri, Vajrapani, and the rest of the 8 close Bodhisattva heirs, the 21 Taras and the host of noble arhats, root and lineage lamas, yidams, peaceful and wrathful deities, the dakinis of the 3 places, those who accomplish wisdom activities, the Dharmapalas, directional guardians, 70 glorious protectors, and rest. You with clairvoyance, magical powers, might, strength, and power, please heed us and look on us, straightforward beings. We are beings born at the end of the unfortunate time. The great ocean of results from our collective negative karma overflows. The light slumbers while a dark demon horde changes the root of great men's minds through their might and crafty eloquence. Nuclear warfare rages, threatening to disintegrate the earth. These weapons, the emanations of perverted aspirations, are a great hurricane. They will reduce the animate and inanimate universe to dust in a single instant. Evil signs in the news tell us that soon everything will be lost. Even though these are things we can see, hear, and understand, people are trapped in a net of non-recognition, unconsciousness, and hesitation. They are so overrun they can't feel it. Merely hearing or thinking about it is terrifying. The world is filled with unprecedented volatility. We have no other means of averting this or a place to put our hopes, other than you, the undeceiving 3 jewels and 3 roots. We call on you as a child calls out to their parent. We pray to you and cry out for help. Please do not forget your previous commitments. Reach out your hands in compassionate response as quick as lightning. Please protect us, defenseless beings, and free us from fear. When the mighty barbarians lay plans in their war council, they who steal beings' bliss and happiness in our world, the chiefs in their assembly, those who are unstable, vicious, and evil, I pray transform them, place them on the road towards peace and happiness, pacify adverse circumstances and warfare in their own place. Avert the nuclear weapons of the demon horde, destroy them. From the strength of this, may this great earth see the long life of those that hold the teachings, and the spread of learning and practice to every corner. Eliminate those humans and non-humans violent toward the teachings and beings. Wipe out the root and branches of their darkness along with their followers, even their enemies. May vast bliss and prosperity pervade this earthly realm. Thereby may we enjoy the glory of the 4 abundances. May this be a perfect time devoid of brutality, fighting, and violence. May everyone be busy with the dance of happiness and joy. Through the strength of truth, the ocean of exalted compassion, of the sources of refuge, the 3 jewels, and the basic space of phenomena supreme in all times, may the meaning of our supplication of pure mindset be effortlessly accomplished just as we hope and wish. Tayata Onsa Jaya Allah Buddha Naye So. Now we'll dedicate the light, and if anybody else wants to light a candle before we do this, you're welcome to go ahead and do that now. You have a chance to be part of this.
This one works too.
So on page 48. And in English, this brightly shining lamp of primordial pure awareness, we offer to the lotus-born and deities of the Buddha and Mandala. May all beings, our own mothers, as far as awareness pervades, reach the state of the Dharmakaya, aware and peace. And then our dedication on 49. So nam daye tamche te pane, tome nyave dranam bamje she, ke kanati pala tupaye, sepe sole drowa drowa sho. Cosa sande nawe kaye dang excelio tutte tempoda yundu semba tutte tokam la sange chanse pame kodiko dege no sarpatu me paye tewa chenche shewa shinkante Tashem dinne sepe yamata kewa shinki pama chuparu Deru jeme tamte satasho dege dake malata padi Chodu sangye tamsen tamche ki kema chupa chintu latu so Te ata ensa tuya awa bodana yeso Gewa magen tutu kunano, Gewa magen tutu kunano, Gewa magen tutu kunano. By this effort, may all sentient beings be free of suffering, may their minds be filled with the nectar of virtue. In this way, may all causes resulting in suffering be extinguished, and only the light of compassion shine throughout all realms. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
2025. My goodness.
You too. Guys.
I think we have people online and Facebook,
Yep, 8 people.
8 people. Hello.
Happy New Year, everybody online. Mora, Lamo Tamang, Dichin Jokar.
Happy New Year. Oh, KT, you've got to wait a few hours.
I'm just going on East Coast time now.
Oh, okay. She's in California. Are you here on the East Coast?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'd be there if I were.
That's nice. Oh, anyway, okay. Happy New Year. Any other ones that are lit? We can light them.
Do you want me to light them?
Who's taking those for you?
Yeah, components are all yours.
Do you want to light them?
Please.
Yeah, so we're together. It's nice.
Yeah.
I like this lighter.
So we had silk practice earlier this evening, 7:30. So there's still some offerings left for us to enjoy. Refreshments.
Including some delicious chocolate cake.
Yeah.
For Youngsy's birthday.
Yeah, oh, birthday cake.
13, right?
What?
13.
14?
Auspicious, right?
13.
13?
13.
13.
Yeah. According to Tibetan, it's already 14.
Is there a 14?
Yeah. But Western, 13. It's a different calendar.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Right, it's the web calendar.
It starts at 1 when they're born, right?
Yeah.
Like the
They're
you're
already
born,
one.
you're 1 year old. Right?
Um,
Something like that?
yeah, something like that. Yeah. Because Yansiri born in December 31st.
Mhm.
So I think at that time, maybe it's near to Tibetan New Year.
Right.
So in Tibetan, we count already 1 year. After you finish Losar, it doesn't matter. You born before 1 day Losar or next 1 day Losar. Yeah. It's yeah, like that. Western, I think which day you born?
Right. And then a whole year.
Yeah, whole year.
Well, that's
It's
exciting.
been a few months.
Yay.
You know? Yeah. It's a new day.
Okay.
We are, we are just born. Is it?
Well, you're older now.
Um,
With the Tibetan New Year, are there other things that are celebrated? Is it sort of like what we do in terms of reflection on the year gone or year past, and then what do you reflect on the future, or do you?
Yeah. There are a lot of different traditional actually. In also Tibetan, there's 3 different New Year.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So some are start New Year from October in Tibetan calendar. Some are start from November. Some are start end of December. So the different calendars. Yeah, different people follow.
Okay.
Yeah. So called the name also different. The king, some Jabu, like a king's New Year. Another one is a Lama's New Year. Yeah, so it's a kind of like that. It's a different name. Yeah.
So which one is Losar?
So both 3 are Losar. Yeah, because there's a different region, they follow different Losar.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but most they follow the end of December. Yeah, like Bhutanese, they follow I think November. Also maybe Tamils, also they follow maybe November. Yeah.
I was just
One
gonna
more.
say, hear that
Baby's
one.
calling,
I know.
huh?
Yeah.
Oh, was that?
Sorry, cats. It's
Sarah.
right
Oh,
there.
Sarah, yeah.
She's in the pantry.
I was like, we have a very strange squeaky door.
Oh,
Oh.
Gotcha.
This is our outside
Hello,
cat.
everyone.
Happy New Year,
Happy
Sarah.
New Year.
Oh, Happy New Year, Sarah.
Happy New Year,
Thank you for
Sarah.
being here.
You know, there were fireworks going off earlier, and I wonder if that was freaking her out a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She spent a lot of time inside today
Yeah, it's
before the
cool.
fireworks.
Ah.
I think she's
She's
just
freaked out.
being Sarah.
She's charming.
Fireworks.
Charmer.
You mentioned DC.
I don't know where
Fireworks?
the fireworks were. We wouldn't know. I don't
Oh.
know. Do you see had fireworks?
No, It's
Virginia, I think.
families, like private people doing. But like New York City does it, you know,
Sydney.
Sydney, Auckland. I don't know if LA or Chicago
They're
does
huge
it.
celebrations.
But
Like New
DC
York, there are thousands
Yeah.
of people in Times
Hundreds
Square.
of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
Times Square is always
Yes.
yeah.
And the ball drops and fireworks. There's off of every top of every building, or there you can always find fireworks. You can see them everywhere around the city.
Yeah, like we do in India, Diwali.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
When is that? Same time or?
No.
No, okay. It's good.
Yeah, October around. Yeah.
Diwali.
Diwali.
Yeah,
That was
Diwali.
good, yes, okay.
Yeah. I think one of biggest festival.
Mm.
Okay, thank you. It's time to sleep.
Thank you very much.
That's all. Okay, good night.
Good night.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Happy
Thank
New
you so
Year.
much. Happy New Year. Thank you, Grandpa.
Okay, everybody. Happy New Year. Good night.